Today, we're going to talk about something that can make or break your success in the modern world: your personal brand. In an era where everyone has an online presence, how do you stand out? How do you create a personal brand that reflects who you are and what you stand for? Well, stick around because we're going to dive deep into this topic today. Let's start with a simple question. What exactly is a personal brand? Think of it as your professional identity. It's how you present yourself to the world and how the world perceives you. Everything from the way you talk to what you post online contributes to your personal brand. But unlike a company brand, your personal brand is based on who you really are. It's your values, your skills, your personality, all wrapped into one cohesive image. So why is building a personal brand important? The answer is simple. In today's crowded digital landscape, your personal brand sets you apart from others. It gives people something to remember you by, a reason to trust you, to follow you, and to engage with you. Now that we know what a personal brand is, let's break down the core elements that make up an effective personal brand. First, we have values. Your values are the principles that guide your decisions. They play a major role in how you're perceived. For example, if you value transparency, you should incorporate that into your communication and content. Next is skills. What are you good at? Whether it's graphic design, coding, or public speaking, your skills should be a central part of your brand. This is what sets you apart in your industry or niche. Then we have personality. Are you outgoing and funny? Or are you more reserved and thoughtful? Your personality is what humanizes your brand. It's what makes you relatable and likable. Finally, there's your online presence. In today's world, your online activities can have a huge impact on your brand. This includes your social media profiles, your website, your blog, and even the way you engage online. Each of these elements should tie back to your values, skills, and personality, creating a strong, cohesive brand. All right, it's time to put theory into practice. Here are 5 foundational steps to building your personal brand. Step 1. Identify your core values. Your brand should be an extension of what you stand for. Take some time to think about this. What do you truly believe in? What are you passionate about? Write those values down. They will guide your brand and help you stay authentic. Step 2. Define your why. What is the driving force behind your brand? Why do you do what you do? Whether it's to inspire others, solve a problem, or bring awareness to a cause, knowing your why gives you direction. And it's something that resonates with people. Step 3. Set achievable goals. It's important not to overwhelm yourself. Start small. Perhaps your first goal is to build a website or reach a certain number of followers. Celebrate these small wins. They add up over time. As you progress, you can adjust your goals and strategies. Step 4. Create consistent content. Content is king, as they say. Your content should align with your brand values and serve your audience. Whether it's blog posts, videos, or social media updates, consistency is key. This helps people recognize and trust your brand. And finally, step 5. Engage with your community. Remember, building a brand is not a one-way street. Interact with your audience. Respond to comments. Ask for feedback and be part of the conversation. This builds trust and makes people feel they're part of something bigger. Once you've laid down the foundation, it's time to narrow your focus. One of the most significant mistakes people make is trying to appeal to everyone. The truth is, you can't be everything to everyone. By narrowing your target audience, you'll create a deeper connection with the people who truly matter to your brand. But how do you do that? Start by asking yourself, who is my ideal audience? What are their interests, pain points, and goals? The more specific you get, the better. Let's say you're a fitness coach. Instead of targeting everyone who wants to get fit, consider narrowing it down to busy professionals who want quick, effective workouts. This allows you to tailor your content and messaging specifically to their needs, creating a stronger impact. Having a clear target audience also makes it easier to position yourself in a crowded market. You can focus on the unique value you bring to this specific group, making you more memorable and relevant. Now that you know who you're talking to, it's time to craft a message that resonates with them. Your messaging should be clear and concise. Start by asking yourself, what problem do I solve for my audience? What value do I provide? For instance, if you're a financial advisor, your message could be helping young professionals save for their future without sacrificing their lifestyle. It's simple, it's clear, and it directly addresses a need. Your messaging should be consistent across all the platforms you use. This includes your website, social media profiles, and any other content. The goal is to make sure that your audience immediately understands what you're all about. Remember, clarity in messaging builds trust, and trust is the foundation of any strong brand. Next up is developing your brand identity. Your brand identity is how your brand looks and feels. It's the visual and tonal elements that make your brand instantly recognizable. Let's break it down into three main components. First, the visuals. This includes your logo, color scheme, fonts, and any other visual elements. These should be consistent across all your platforms. For example, if you choose a vibrant color scheme for your brand, make sure it's reflected in your social media profiles, website, and any marketing materials. Next is brand voice. This is the tone of communication you use when engaging with your audience. Are you formal and professional or casual and friendly? Your voice should align with your values and resonate with your target audience. Consistency in brand voice helps build a cohesive and memorable brand. Lastly, there's personality. Think of your brand as a person. What kind of personality does it have? Is it fun and quirky, or is it more serious and focused? Your brand personality should be reflected in everything you do, from the way you write your social media posts to the way you interact with your community. By developing a strong brand identity, you make it easier for people to recognize and connect with your brand. This allows you to stand out in a crowded market and become memorable. Okay, so we've got our brand identity down. Now let's talk about creating a solid content strategy. Content is one of the most powerful tools you have to establish and promote your personal brand. Step 1 is to identify the content types that resonate with your audience. For example, do they prefer video tutorials, blog posts, infographics, or podcasts? Once you know this, you can focus your efforts on creating the type of content that gets the most engagement. Step 2 is creating a content calendar. Consistency is key when it comes to content strategy. Setting up a content calendar helps you plan ahead and ensures that you're posting regularly. Whether it's daily, weekly, or monthly, choose a schedule that you can realistically stick to. Next, focus on quality over quantity. While it's important to be consistent, never sacrifice quality for the sake of posting something. One high-quality, well-thought-out post can do more for your brand than several mediocre ones. Take the time to create content that provides real value to your audience. Lastly, optimize for engagement. Pay attention to what types of content get the most likes, shares, and comments. Use this data to refine your content strategy. Try to include calls to action in your posts to encourage your audience to engage with your content. Ask questions, spark discussions, or invite them to share their thoughts. The more engaged your audience is, the stronger your brand will become. Social media is a powerful tool for building and promoting your personal brand, but it's important to use it strategically. Not all platforms are created equal, and it's crucial to focus on the ones that make the most sense for your brand. First, identify which platforms your target audience uses the most. If you're targeting professionals, LinkedIn might be your go-to. If you're in a creative field, Instagram or Pinterest could be more appropriate. Tailor your content to fit the platform. For instance, LinkedIn content might be more professional and insightful, while Instagram content could be more visual and engaging. Next, be consistent in your posting schedule. Social media algorithms often favor accounts that post regularly. But remember, quality trumps quantity. You don't need to post every day if that's not sustainable. Just make sure that when you do post, your content is top-notch. Another important point is to stay engaged. Social media is not just about broadcasting your message. It's about building relationships. Reply to comments, engage with your followers' posts, and participate in conversations. This interaction helps to build a loyal and engaged community around your brand. Lastly, leverage analytics. Keep an eye on your social media insights to understand what's working and what's not. Use this data to optimize your strategy and make necessary adjustments. Remember, social media is a long game. It might take time to see significant results, but staying consistent and engaged will pay off in the long run. In today's visually driven world, high-quality visuals are crucial for building a powerful personal brand. Whether it's the images you use on social media, the design of your website, or even the colors you choose for your brand, visuals play a huge role in how your brand is perceived. First things first, invest in high-quality visuals. This doesn't mean you need to spend a fortune on professional photographers or designers. You can find affordable resources online or even create quality visuals with tools like Canva. What matters is that your visuals are clear, consistent, and aligned with your brand's identity. Next, pay attention to branding elements like your logo and color scheme. These should be consistent across all platforms. Your logo is often the first thing people will recognize about your brand, so make sure it's memorable and reflects who you are. Your color scheme is another essential element. Different colors evoke different emotions. For example, blue often evokes feelings of trust and calm, while red can evoke passion and urgency. Choose a color scheme that aligns with your brand values and personality. Keep this consistent in your website, social media profiles, and any branded content you create. Finally, consider the importance of visual storytelling. Use visuals not just to decorate your content, but to tell a story. Whether you're sharing a personal experience or explaining a concept, visuals can help make your message more engaging and easier to understand. Let's talk about engagement. Building a personal brand isn't just about pushing out content. It's about creating a conversation and building relationships with your audience. First and foremost, respond to comments. This might seem simple, but it's often overlooked. When someone takes the time to comment on your post, respond to them. Whether it's a simple thank you or a more in-depth reply, this interaction makes your audience feel valued. Next, host live sessions. Platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube offer live streaming options. Live sessions give you an opportunity to interact with your audience in real time. You can answer questions, discuss a topic in more depth, or simply hang out with your followers. Another effective strategy is to participate in relevant conversations. This might mean commenting on other people's posts, joining a Twitter chat, or engaging in discussions in online communities. The goal is to make your presence known and to show that you're engaged in your niche. Lastly, don't be afraid to ask for feedback. Your audience can offer valuable insights into what's working and what's not. Ask them what kind of content they enjoy, what problems they're facing, or what they'd like to see from you in the future. This not only helps you improve, but also makes your audience feel heard and appreciated. In the end, engagement is about building a relationship. The more you engage with your audience, the more loyal and dedicated they will become. Building relationships within your niche is one of the most powerful ways to grow your personal brand. These relationships can lead to collaborations, opportunities, and even mentorships that can help you advance in your field. First, collaborate with other creators or professionals in your niche. Collaborations can introduce you to a new audience, provide fresh content for your brand, and establish you as someone who's engaged and active in your industry. Next, make an effort to connect with industry experts. This could involve attending events, joining online groups, or even reaching out directly via email or social media. Don't be afraid to network. Many professionals are open to connecting, especially if you bring value to the table. Another approach is to participate in online communities. Whether it's a Facebook group, a forum, or a subreddit, being active in a community allows you to build relationships with like-minded individuals. These communities often provide a space to share ideas, ask for advice, and collaborate on projects. Finally, consider mentorship opportunities. Having a mentor can provide invaluable guidance as you build your personal brand. Look for someone with experience in your niche, and don't hesitate to reach out. If you can't find a mentor, consider mentoring someone else. Teaching others can also help solidify your expertise and strengthen your brand. Building relationships within your niche positions you as a key player and opens doors to new opportunities. One of the most important aspects of building a personal brand is staying true to yourself. As you grow and evolve, it can be tempting to chase trends or try to be something you're not. But remember, authenticity is what attracts people to your brand in the first place. First, don't lose sight of your core values. These values are the foundation of your brand. If you start to deviate from them, your brand can lose its authenticity and appeal. Always make decisions that align with your values, even if it means saying no to tempting opportunities. Next, be consistent in your messaging. As your brand grows, you might feel the pressure to change your message to appeal to a broader audience. However, consistency is key to building trust. Stick to your core message and trust that it will resonate with the right people. Don't forget to regularly reevaluate your goals. As you achieve your initial goals, set new ones that align with your evolving brand. However, be mindful not to stray too far from your original mission. Use your values and why as a compass to guide you as you move forward. Finally, embrace your uniqueness. It's easy to compare yourself to others in your niche and feel the need to fit in. But it's your unique personality, skills, and values that make your brand stand out. Stay true to who you are and let your authenticity be your greatest asset. Remember, your personal brand is a reflection of you. Keep it genuine, keep it real, and the right audience will find and connect with you. Staying updated on current trends is vital for keeping your personal brand relevant. However, the key is to leverage trends in a way that aligns with your authentic brand. First, Keep an eye on emerging platforms and content formats. For example, if TikTok or a new content format is gaining traction in your niche, it might be worth exploring how you can adapt it to fit your brand. But remember, stay true to your foundational values and message. Next, be aware of shifts in consumer behavior. Trends are often driven by changes in how people consume content. For instance, more people might be opting for short video content, or there might be a shift towards more sustainable living. Understand these shifts and adjust your content strategy to meet the evolving needs of your audience. Also, consider jumping on relevant social challenges or viral content. If there's a trend that aligns with your brand and resonates with your audience, don't hesitate to join in. Just make sure it's authentic to your voice and adds value to your community. Lastly, be forward-thinking in your niche. Being an early adopter of a trend can set you apart and position you as a thought leader. However, it's essential to strike a balance between innovation and staying true to what your audience loves about you. Leveraging current trends allows you to stay relevant and ensures that your brand continues to grow and evolve with the times. Now that you've built a strong personal brand, you might be wondering how to monetize it. While purpose and authenticity should always be your focus, there are plenty of ways to turn your brand into a source of income. One of the most common methods is through sponsored content. Brands might reach out to you to promote their products or services in your content. Just make sure that any partnerships you take on align with your brand values and resonate with your audience. Another monetization option is creating and selling products or services. This could be anything from online courses and ebooks to merchandise or consulting services. Offer something that provides real value to your audience and showcases your expertise. You could also consider affiliate marketing. This involves promoting other people's products or services and earning a commission on any sales made through your referral link. Again, ensure that whatever you're promoting aligns with your brand and will genuinely benefit your audience. Lastly, consider public speaking and workshops. As you establish yourself as an expert in your niche, there may be opportunities to speak at events or conduct workshops. This not only adds another revenue stream, but also further solidifies your position as a thought leader. Monetizing your personal brand is a great way to turn your passion into a sustainable career. Just remember to stay authentic and focus on providing value to your audience. Wow, that was a lot to unpack. But by now, you should have a comprehensive understanding of what it takes to build a strong personal brand. Let's quickly recap the key takeaways. First, your personal brand is your professional identity. It's how you present yourself and how the world perceives you. It consists of your values, skills, personality, and online presence. Next, building a strong personal brand involves creating a clear and consistent message, developing a strong brand identity, and crafting valuable content that resonates with your audience. Don't forget the importance of narrowing your target audience and staying authentic to your core values. Leveraging social media and engaging with your community are essential for expanding your brand's reach. Relationships within your niche can open doors to collaborations and new opportunities. Stay updated with current trends, but always adapt them in a way that remains true to your brand. Remember, your uniqueness is your strength. And finally, there are numerous ways to monetize your brand, from sponsored content and product sales to affiliate marketing and public speaking. Building a personal brand is a journey. It takes time, effort, and a lot of self-reflection. But once you've established a strong brand, the possibilities are endless.